Hello, welcome to Bored and Confused, where I review shows based on two criteria. One, was I bored? Two, was I confused? Today's show is Ha 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 Ha, performed by Julia Masli, also written by her as well. She is from Estonia originally and now lives in London, and she has studied clowning, and this show is in the genre of clowning, street performance, fringe festival kind of show. This show premiered at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in 2023. It was well received and extended, and then she traveled around and did the show in Soho in London. She also went to the Melbourne Comedy Festival, and it played also at the Soho Playhouse in New York. Lots of Sohos. And now it's playing at the Public Theater. So what is this show about? This show starts with Julia Masli in a otherworldly outfit of a blue robe wrapped around her. She's got this bicycle helmet with a light on it. She's got a light on her hand that she uses to illuminate her face. Later on, she reveals that one of her arms is actually a bronze leg that she then uses to hold a microphone. And the entrance that she has walking down the stairs very slowly, chanting, is really mesmerizing. The sound and the light design are really cool. I was really drawn into this performance right at the beginning. And she basically does a call and response with the audience. She does this ha, ha, ha. So it's not ha ha laughing, or is it? So because she is a clown, in this kind of European clowning tradition, it reminds me of Cirque du Soleil in some ways. She's not an acrobat, but that kind of futuristic clown that is just absurd. And so I found her entrance for the first 10 minutes. She does this back and forth, very interesting. Then she really launches into what will then comprise the majority of the show. She takes the microphone on the end of her bronze leg and she goes up to people in the audience and she goes, "Problem?" And then they tell her a problem and she solves it. Her energy is very otherworldly, impish. She's wide-eyed, childlike, wanting to solve people's problems. In fact, her bio reads as follows: Julia Masli, an award-winning clown from Estonia based in London. All she wants to do is solve people's problem and eventually win the Nobel Prize, presented to those who have conferred the greatest benefit to humankind. But this plan keeps going wrong as she continually wins prizes for comedy. So even her bio is tongue-in-cheek. So this show is essentially crowd work, because once she starts asking people for problems, it really depends on what the audience tells her. But she does have some gimmicks lined up to answer what will inevitably be someone's issue of being too tired, or I don't want to give away too much about some of the gags should you go see this show. But she has some gags kind of set up that she's able to work in. You know, the friend I went with to see this show, I scored a press ticket from the public, thank you. And the friend I took to see the show, he kept insisting that these people were plants. But I don't know, I feel that the audience was just willing to go along with her craziness. You know, has a very soothing, quirky presence that people are willing to do what she asks. Now, there may have been some discounted tickets maybe given to people who are aware that they might be asked to do unusual things. Maybe that's the degree of get people to do these crazy things, or maybe not. Maybe it's just people who bought tickets and are then willing to assemble a broken chair for the rest of the show, or some other assignments that she gives people to help them solve their problems. She also uses other audience members to help solve people's problems. So this is basically crowd work like you would see with a stand-up comic, but it's not like a stand-up comic because she's not a stand-up comic, she's a clown. And so it's this kind of mix between stand-up comedy, crowd work, and group therapy. It's very unusual. So, was I bored? Was I confused? I wasn't bored. It's only 70 minutes, and she's an interesting character. That whole entrance really drew me in. I think the night that I saw, a lot of the people had, shall we say, third world problems. None of the problems weren't things that could be really easily solved. Now, I've been to seen shows where stand-up comics do crowd work, and I have seen some really funny comedy. I don't feel like it was at that level, but at the same time, this has more heart than a stand-up comics crowd work would. So if this sounds appealing to you, if you want just something different, it's not a play that's been written down. It's very much in the moment. The show is going to change every night. If you like audience participation, this is a show for you. If you have kids, there were two young boys in the audience. It looked like they were having a great time. She even interacted with them and brought them onto stage and gave them an assignment to work on. So I think this show is great for kids. It's very family friendly. It might also be a great date night. The tickets, I imagine, for this you can get, I looked on TDF. I haven't looked at other places, but it's around $20. So it's a cheap ticket. So if you're near the Public Theater and you want to go check this out, it's a quirky evening or afternoon, just 70 minutes of theatrical experience that I think is very memorable. So go check out Ha 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 at the Public Theater, playing till June 22nd. Don't wanna drift away.